That's pretty good.
Okay.
Naturally, you could put a div instead of a section.
Yes, but
It's the identifier that follows.
Usually that's better to do.
Why,
Okay.
why is that? I mean, there's about 10 different ways to do
No,
it.
well, it depends on if you feel like the stuff is classified together because that all the stuff inside that goes together, or if you're just visually grouping them together. That's the difference between div and section.
Yeah, I think you explained that, but,
So, how do I, so I've got one, so let's save it and let's preview it in the browser and see if it works. Okay. What about 2? Okay, it jumped, it didn't scroll. What about 4? 3, 4,
5.
5. Okay. So
it's
so
working.
it's just jumping, it's not scrolling. How do we get it so it scrolls? So when I click on test 1, it takes me to 1. What's the next thing I do? How do I get the other 6 to work?
They were working, weren't they?
No, they were jumping. They weren't scrolling. They weren't animated.
Oh, I'll give it more time.
No.
No?
So read line 24. It says, when I click on something with the ID of test 1, do something, right? That's what that function gobbledygook means.
Function, yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to erase this just so it doesn't get confusing.
Get rid of the alert.
Okay? Line 25. What does it say?
Scroll to 1.
When that happens, I want the body to scroll to this thing with the ID of 1. Okay? So that's one action.
Oh, you have to
How do I
redo it.
write for the other ones? What about test 2?
Yeah, but you have to repeat the whole code again?
Uh-huh, that's absolutely right. Have to repeat the entire piece of code again.
So that's why they say that the cut and paste is your best friend.
That's right. So when I click on test 2, what do I want to happen?
Well, it'll scroll, you want it to scroll to test 2.
I want it to scroll to 2.
Oh, yeah.
Something with the ID of 2. Okay?
All right.
Test 3.
3.
I want it to scroll to 3.
3.
You guys starting to see a pattern here?
Yeah. Whew.
Okay? So if you go there
Mhm.
and you refresh, and I click on 3, ta-da!
Okay.
Okay. So in with this particular plugin, I had to write a rule for each one of those, or excuse me, I had to write a piece of JavaScript for each one of those.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Yep,
Okay.
I'm watching.
All right. So you have this on video.
Yes, yes.
So everything I just did, you should be able to play back to yourself and know how to use this particular plugin.
Yes, I had a question which might be obvious.
Okay.
Now, the way the content is section 3. What I would do then is actually just change it to my content.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I had to build this page.
Oh, you built, oh, that is the page
Your
you
page
built.
is already built.
Yeah, why was I was thinking something different.
But
I
what
was
I
off on
did,
the wrong
so
direction.
what you're going to do is you're going to take your page, you're going to use this plugin and use the IDs and all the other stuff that you already have to create this thing.
Well, yeah, no, there's a navigation bar on the other one, and those will be
There's a navigation bar on your page.
that's right,
I
and
had to
those
create my own.
and those will be the places it goes
The
to.
ones that you
Or
click a link
maybe
to make it
some
work.
more if I want to.
But see, this is why it's one of those things that you have to do for yourself because it's your page.
Right.
You have to figure out how you're going to integrate this plugin. Like I just had to figure out how this thing worked. okay? Which we all figured out together, we all saw it together.
Yeah.
So now you have to see, go find this plugin and figure out how to make it work on your page.
In a sense, though, when I went to the W3C and borrowed I was doing, in a way, the same thing, but without the demo.
Different. You're
Yeah, it was
not
different.
using
I could
plugin,
see the difference, but
okay? You're not using a plugin.
I know, but at least it gave me some
Yeah,
word
but
practice.
see, that's not the assignment.
The assignment is to find the
Unfortunately,
plugin.
this is my kingdom, and in this kingdom,
Sure.
I said, the assignment was to go find a plugin and figure out how it worked. Basically, what I just did right there is what I wanted you to do for homework.
Right, and when I actually did it, it seems so strange that I just did what I was able to do.
Okay, but
I see what you mean
that's not
now.
the point.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I was watching, that's why I'm
Okay,
sitting here.
All right. The point is that you would have to, it wasn't
see.
going to be easy. It wasn't
No,
going
it
to be
isn't.
something that
It's,
was super quick, but you were going to have to take time to try to figure it out. That's it.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to teach you.
Yes, okay.
Rather than getting it right, I want you to go through the exercise of finding a plugin, seeing if you can make it work. Apparently, that wasn't what you did.
Well, I think I can do it now.
Even if you had failed,
I
even if
did.
you had failed, if you had actually gone through and looked for a plugin and worked through the plugin, even if you didn't make it work, at least you would have gone through that process.
Yeah, one thing I did get, though, is by going over, I got the idea of whether it was toggle or click, or
That's
I got to,
fantastic,
yeah.
but that is so not what I was trying to teach.
I know, but I could have done what you're doing without having done that other thing first.
No, you could have totally done this without doing
You
it.
think so?
Yes.
Because I, like, for example, I wondered about something.
You're infuriating sometimes, Joe. I swear to
Well,
God.
I'm just
You
not
make me
figuring it
crazy.
out.
I'm trying to teach you something, and you just
No, I'm not rejecting it. I'm just, hey, I've got a question to ask you, though. Supposing instead of saying click, you wrote toggle.
No, because toggle is something to make something appear or disappear. That's what toggle is.
Oh, well, but when we get to the place and it scrolls to it, we can then just use the bar and then scroll to the next one. You can't, if you wanted to reset, you'd go to the
You
first
have to go
one.
back to top,
Yeah, and that's how it would do it. So you go to the number one again.
or the very top, or whatever, I don't know. Maybe we'd say 0 pixels. Let's plug that in there. Let's see if we can make that happen. Let's do one for number 7. You can do one for each of these, but let's do one for number 7 that says href equals top. No, let's just say that. ID equals, no, class. Let's use class.
Class.
Because we're going to do more than one. Class equals top, and we're going to say go to top.
That's the text.
Okay? And I'm going to use this multiple times. Copy, paste. That's why it's a class rather than an ID. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, let's see, did I miss one? Same. Okay, so I've got all these in here that say go to top.
Right.
Up here, I'm going to say, when I click on something with the class of top, okay, I want something to happen.
Function.
Okay, and what I want to happen is I want the body to scroll to, I think we can just say 0, and I want it to happen in 2 seconds, or 2,000 milliseconds, which means
That fast?
2,000 seconds. Okay, save that.
Is that right, the way you wrote it?
I don't know, we're going to find out. So what it's saying is when I click on any A's
top.
that have a class of top, to go back and do what needs to be done. Okay, so let's refresh that. We're going to go to 7. Uh-oh.
I'll go to top.
Let's see, what did I do wrong?
There's something in the code there, I think in the milliseconds there, you
No, that's not wrong. Straight up right.
scroll to 0.
Okay, so let's preview in Firefox.
5, 4.
Okay, that's section 5. Go to top.
Oh, it's up at the top.
Yeah, something didn't, it doesn't work right. Okay, so maybe that's wrong. Maybe I can't just put 0. Maybe I have to put 0 pixels. Like that. Okay, so let's refresh. No, I gotta go to the top, refresh.
5.
Nope, that's wrong too. It didn't work. Then we're gonna say body. Okay, maybe we have to put something else in here that says what the top is. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna say test 1. That's where I'm gonna go back to, because that's at the top of the screen, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's try this.
Test 1.
Yep, test 1. That's what we're gonna do, because that's where we want it to take us, right? Basically, the top of the screen. And test 1 is the first object on the
Oh,
page.
question, you have a parenthesis, a double, no, I'm sorry,
Yep,
yeah,
gotcha. Like that. Okay.
I meant
better.
quotation.
Now let's try. So I'm going to click on 4, hold on to 4, I'm going to go to top.
Well, aren't you at the top now?
Yeah, but it broke. It's not scrolling anymore. Huh. Body scroll to test 1. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I say it's 800. Let's see if that works. Nope. Okay.
I'm not sure what's going wrong.
It's not, yeah, I'm not sure either, man.
No, I mean, you seem to be going to the top.
No, but I'm going to the top, but I'm just not,
Going
I'm not.
directly to the top?
It's not animating. See the difference between this and what was happening before? See how it's scrolling.
Oh, I see.
See?
It's moving much faster.
Well, it's just moving, you know?
Scroll.
Is it only
Did you
one
get the scroll right?
class of top? Do I have to do it this way? Let's see. Did I mess this up? Let's go this way.
Would the